Welcome back to Seed Time and Harvest. Thank you for joining us here today. Again, I am going to be taking you on a journey down to your childhood years when you possibly had fruit lather, okay? It's a really, really healthy snack that we're gonna be making. Not really snack because we don't encourage snacking, but you can have it as a delicious after breakfast treat, okay? Gone were the days when you would have fruit lather and it was just fruits and some form of sweetener. Now, if you were to go to the store to buy fruit roll-ups, you will find a lot of high fructose corn syrup, a lot of artificial flavor, a lot of artificial color, and hydrogenated oils, and really nothing to do with fruit. So I'm here to show you 3 simple ingredients that you can use at home to make your own fruit lather, okay? Let's get into it. What we're gonna be using, we have our blender. I have some mixed berry, triple mixed berry, some pineapples, dates. If you want to use a different type of sweetener, honey is always an option. I'll be using dates today. I have a little bit of water in case my fruits are not thawed properly, and a spill pat. Okay, you may not know what a spill pad is. It's simply a silicone baking tray. Okay, if you don't have a silicone baking tray, parchment is always an option, okay? So, again, let's get into it. There are 2 ways that you can make your fruit roll-up. You can do the cooking method or you can do the raw pack method. When you cook your fruit roll-ups, what you'll do is you'll blend your fresh fruits, add your lemon juice and your sweetener. You put it in a saucepan, boil until the fruit starts to thicken. Then you put it on your spill pat. You can insert it in your dehydrator or in your oven. Each has to be 165 degrees, no higher than that, because you don't want to burn your fruit roll-ups. We're not gonna be cooking our fruit roll-ups today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my ingredients, pop them in my blender, blend, and we will just get them in our dehydrator. So I'm gonna use the triple berry mix. It has strawberry, blackberries, and blueberries. I'm gonna use the whole bag. This is about 10 ounces. And I'm going to add some pineapples. If pineapple itches your tongue, then you don't need to add this. And then simply we are going to put some dates in. I'm gonna use about 3 or 4 dates. You can choose however many dates you want based on the sweetness that you desire. These are pitted dates. Make sure your dates are pitted because you don't want to be blending seeds in your fruit roll-ups. Now we're gonna add the fruits to our blender. So I have a triple berry mix, which has strawberry, blueberries, blackberries. I'm gonna add all of this, about 10 ounces in the bag. All right, you can add more fruits depending on how much people you're trying to feed with your fruit roll-ups. And I'm gonna add a little bit of pineapple, okay? You can add water to this, not a whole lot because you're not making smoothie. You don't want it too much water, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of water since my fruits are frozen. That's gonna help it blend. And I'm going to put about 3 or 4 dates in my blender. Again, you can use a sweetener of your choice. You can avoid the dates altogether. You can add dates. It all depends on how sweet you want your fruit roll-ups to be, okay? So I'm gonna pop the lid on my blender and get this blended. And you just want to blend it to the point where you have no chunks left of your fruits. You don't have to add a whole lot of water because the aim of dehydration is to remove the water. So little is best when it comes onto water with making your fruit roll-ups. So now I have a nice texture, a nice consistency with my fruit mixture here. It's a really bright red. Of course, when you dehydrate it, it may change color, but it looks really, really good. The next step is to get my dehydration tray. I'm gonna pull a tray out of my Excalibur. I'm gonna put the spill pad on it. And again, if you don't have this sheet, parchment is always an option. Just make it a little bit wider and try to get it up on the edge. Maybe use tape to secure it so it doesn't leak, it doesn't run, okay? And I'm going to pour this onto my tray. And I just need a spatula to just even it out onto the tray. I have a little bit of chunks on here, but that's fine. And not too thick. As it's being dehydrated, the liquid will warm, so it's gonna spread more. But as evenly as you can spread it, that would be great. Let me get a spatula. I'm gonna evenly spread the fruit mixture on here, okay? Just until it reaches all corners. You can knock it down just to make it nice and even. Because when you're done, you're gonna be cutting these. So you want it nice and even on the tray. All right, and I'll show you what it will look like in just a second. So this is it. That's it. You're going to be putting this in your dehydrator or in your oven at 165 degrees, okay, for about 3 or 4 hours or until it's dry. So I'm gonna plug this in my dehydrator and just turn it on, and my dehydrator is going to work for me. This one you wouldn't want to leave overnight because if it gets too dry, it may burn. But the color will change. You'll feel your fruit roll up. It's still going to be sticky, but as long as it's firm, we are good to go. It's a good thing I did one previously, so I'm going to take that out and show you what it will look like. I have several. So here I have a fruit roll-up that was completed, and this is just basically an applesauce mixture. What it is, I blended some apples, I put it in my dehydrator, I added a little bit of lemon juice to this, and it's really, really sweet, really, really nice. Again, when you handle anything dehydrated, you want to make sure that your hands are dry, your utensils are clean. So I'm just gonna wipe a little bit of strawberries off my board, and it's very simple. You're going to find an edge and peel. Okay, so just like that, I'm going to peel the fruits off the spill pat, and it's just so nice to be able to get all that fruit off the tray. This is what it's gonna look like, okay? It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be dry, really, really crisp, and it's gonna be delicious, okay? So that's it. That's the finished product, what it's gonna look like. From here, you can get a sharp knife or a scissors, or you can use a pizza cutter and just cut evenly in strips. Okay, so I'm gonna cut mine. When you think of fruits being rolled, it is sticky. So if you just roll it like that, it's gonna stick together. But what you can do is you can use parchment and cut it along with the parchment and roll it with the parchment if you wanna separate it later, okay? So that's it. You have your fruit roll up. And I promise you, once you make fruit roll up, you're gonna keep doing this. If you have leftover smoothie that you don't really want to drink because you haven't had enough and you're full, and putting smoothie in the refrigerator, it's not as pleasurable or as delicious as if you were to eat it or drink it fresh. Pop it in your dehydrator. Pop it in your oven. If your oven goes down to 170 degrees, you can make fruit roll up. It's going to be a delicious treat that your family will enjoy. And it was that simple. You can do it. So if you have fruits at home, you have a baking tray, silicone mat. It has to be silicone because can you imagine peeling this off of a cookie sheet? It won't be as easy. Okay, so a silicone mat, parchment paper will be a lot easier when you make your fruit roll up. Go ahead, try it. Take a picture. Post it in the comment section or email it to us. I don't think you can post pictures in the comment, but send us an email of your picture. gardenevangelist@gmail.com. gardenevangelist@gmail.com so we can see what you did, how you made your fruit roll up. Share with me the ingredients that you found best in your fruit roll up so that I can try it and others may be able to try it too. If this is your first time watching, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have been frequenting our channel, thank you so much for your support. Looking forward to reading your comments and hearing about your experience with fruit roll-ups. See you next time from Seed Time and Harvest. Bye.